Hey everybody, I hope we're live. And if we're not live, then I'm gonna double check. If you can hear me, just say something in the chat. And I might also share the URL on Discord since most of you guys are probably here because you saw the live stream announcement that I did. Perfect. All right. Let me copy paste a couple of URLs here. Open this, copy that. And at here. All right, perfect. So today's Sunday. Hope everybody who joined the live stream or had a good day so far. If you did not join the live stream, have a good day anywhere in the world, wherever you are. And so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go through, see if anyone has submitted anything. I know that we're like a day ahead of the submission deadline, which means hopefully nobody submitted. But if you did, that means you've hacked really hard. So I already see 3 submissions. That's incredible. One submission came 22 minutes ago. And then 2 more submissions came on Saturday. Wow. Wait, Sunday? Wait, Friday? 28th. Damn, the 28th. So someone basically started hacking and already had submission. That's incredible. So I'm not going to reveal the exact submission, or maybe I should since it's already been submitted. I mean, all right. Let's see what the chat says. If it's not in Discord, I usually miss it 99% of the time. Yes, thank you. Awesome. So who's been working on what? Let's see. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Welcome in. Hi, Tatis. And of course, we got Cryptic Console, which is Bud Bammer on Discord. That's awesome. Let me see here. So the first submission came in 23 minutes ago. A simple tool to make requests via Claude or use the OpenAI API for chat completion and image generation. I wanted to make this as an API tester, but yep, I can't put auth tokens in Claude chat. This person was its first time using MCP and they loved it. Great. That's exactly why we're hosting a hackathon like this. We want people to be able to test with the technology and try new things, big or small, it doesn't matter. Also, my computer is slowing down, so I'm removing the background. But I have this weird feature that kind of like zooms into my head. Oh gosh. Here we go, much better. It's a beautiful day out there, and we're here hacking. I mean, hopefully I'm not the only one. Let's see. What else? Another submission. Okay. An MCP server for interacting with Ghost CMS. I have no idea what Ghost CMS is, so I'm gonna Google it. Can I share my screen here while I do this? I think I can. All right, I'm gonna do that. Present, share screen. Cool. This is it. And so Ghost CMS. Ghost, the best open source blog and newsletter platform. Oh, Ghost, like the blog platform. And so how does that work? I'm curious. Does Ghost have APIs? I assume that's how they do it. Oh, wow. Very marketing heavy. Resources. No, okay, maybe here. Nope. That's something different. If anyone knows what the CMS for Ghost is, as in how do they control it? Ghost CMS API. All right, here we go. So what can you do? So that's the thing that I would suggest. Like when you submit an idea, try to give it a, a good explanation of what it does. And so far, this is quite interesting. Everybody who submitted, they hacked alone. So 100% of the submissions are actually solo hackers, which means people want to win the money and keep it for themselves. So congratulations. All right, all right, all right. And I can see here there are indeed some GitHub repos that go with it. I'm gonna take a look real quick. Someone's getting disqualified because they submitted a project that was submitted 3 weeks ago on GitHub. So unfortunately, this is a weekend hackathon, meaning that everything you build, obviously outside of external dependencies, you can use external dependencies. But if you built a server 3 weeks ago, well, then we can only talk about it. We can really have you compete for the prize, right? Because it would be unfair to everybody who started on Friday. Okay, so since this is not going to compete, I shall just jump into and look at it. Now it's loading. All right. So Ghost MCP server, very nice presentation. I like it. There's a upvote thing from Smithery, which, in case you don't know, Smithery is like a platform for hosting MCP servers and hopefully have them, run on their infrastructure. I think that's the idea behind Smithery. I'm not really 100% sure if it's working today. This thing, yeah, seems like maybe. But anyways, going back here, nice presentation of the README. 3 contributors. I assume Fanyang, Meng, you are the main developers behind this. So congrats on building this. The demo here with this, is this a GIF? Pretty cool. You're showing how you're scheduling through Cloud Desktop app, a blog that you wrote in Ghost. Oh, okay. You can see that it was scheduled. There you go. Very nice. So it authenticates with JWT, which I assume you're passing to, how are you passing the JWT here? Environment variables. Okay. Staff API key. Is it this one? JWT? I think it is. And then errors, etc., etc., etc. Yep, that's the JWT and the backend URL to connect to your backend, right? Yeah. So what can you do with this server? You can list posts, search them, read them, create them, update them, and delete. Very cool. So CRUD, also on tags, which I assume is how you categorize blog posts. Do things with users. Tiers. Oh, wow. It's very comprehensive. Webhook. Wow. All right. And then there's a MIT license right here. Perfect. All right. Very good. However, unfortunately, you did not submit this. You didn't build it when everybody else did. Hey, everybody here, let's see what we got here. Akash, hi, how many submissions so far? A couple. People already started submitting, mostly solo hackers. What if it's a modification or enhancement? Yeah, you can do that. You can submit a modification and enhancement, but you need to clarify what modification or enhancement you did. It's really important that we're fair to everybody. So Talib, great question. New question here. Most MCP servers are not big enough to have a team writing them. The communication overhead would mean you work slower. I guess you're right. But what if you built a client? So you're right about servers being pretty simple. Or maybe you could, like, the thing is, people see servers as, one service, right? Like you call Ghost and then that's it. But like, what if it was a server that did deep research, right? I'm doing this. Sorry if my screen is kind of weird. I want to read the chat. So I'm doing some window management here. Hope it's not too weird. Let me know if it's weird. Hop, a little larger. Here we go. So yeah, imagine you did like a MCP server that does like deep research, right? Let's see. Let's see if there is one. There might be one. So then the idea would be like, okay, you have like, maybe you do a web search, and you use some kind of database, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and you package everything under a server. And in that case, then you don't really have to have just yourself. You can do it as a team. And so deep research. So again, I'm on Pulse MCP. Pulse are co-host of this hackathon. Also, very, very cool people. Very nice folks at Pulse MCP. They've worked really hard to make their website and their server and client and use case directory one of the most friendly and up-to-date. And it's competing with, number one prize, I guess, for who is the best MCP resource by the community for the community out there, right? And also Glama is another one. Okay, so you do have open deep research, one by Microsoft, one by David Zhang, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, what other comments we have here? By more mean, most MCP server are only 2-3 files, so you would get a ton of merge conflicts. If you have great packaging interfaces, that would work. Interesting. Maybe that is a problem that needs to be solved, right? Like, how do you collaborate on MCP servers as a team? Like, if you think you'd have a lot of merge conflicts, I think you just work and collaborate. And if you have merge, resolve the merge. I mean, I have merge conflicts once or twice a week. The way that we do things, we have our main branch, and then we do a sub branch of that, right? Like we work in our own branch, and then we merge it back into main or into a development or testing environment. So we have like different branches. And so sometimes you do have merge conflicts, and you just deal with it. You just fix them. All right. So going back to, where is my tab here? The deep research one. So it seems like there are people already submitting, actually very recently, not for February, and Microsoft on February as well. That's pretty cool that Microsoft built their own MCP. Wow. That's wild. Raps, the Hugging Face open deep research project built on their small agents library, making the. So why did Microsoft build this? If it's Hugging Face, shouldn't that be Hugging Face? Let's have a look. Yep, it's not oh, it is Microsoft. Damn. Good job, Microsoft. Thanks for your work. All right. Let's see. I see another submission just came through. Ooh, secretive shell. All right. Since it's submitted, it's over, like that one specific submission. And, you can submit as many as you want. You don't have to stop to one submission. You can submit 3, 4, 2, 1.5. All right. So let's see. Secretive shell. MCP action adapter. A simple adapter to convert an MCP server to a GPT action compatible API. A GPT action. Cool. So configure it like that. There's a Cloudflare tunnel, and then you configure the adapter. Okay. So here I would say, what is a GPT action? I'll put a link here, and so people know what GPT actions are, which is an OpenAI. I don't even know what you call it. It's like a feature, I guess. GPT action are stored in custom GPTs, right? Actions library. How many actions are there? Third-party application is okay. So this is basically GPT, right? Like OpenAI, they made this thing, and what you built allows interoperability between MCP and GPT action. Is that right? Yes, that's the name. All right, cool, got it. That's actually very interesting. I wonder where these third-party actions are. They show some examples, a directory. Okay, very nice. You put a screenshot in the Discord server. Whoa. Oh yeah, I'm seeing here in the chat. Crypticon origin founded sneaky Microsoft repo. They have a VS Code server too. I put a screenshot in the Discord server. All right, check it out. ChatGPT cookbooks, GPT Action Library, Getting Started by Aaron Wilkowitz. So this is actually old, I mean, July 9th, 2024. That's almost, what is it, 8 months ago? Very interesting. Actually, I'd never used these actions, but I think, okay, question for the chat. Can you use GPT action via API? Or is this something you can only use through custom GPTs? Ah, interesting. So let's see, what does the chat say? I guess Cryptic Console, you built this? You could maybe answer that for us. Very cool. That being said, if it's, that would allow for custom GPTs on OpenAI's GPT thingy store to be calling MCP servers. Wow. That's incredible. I love that. This is a great idea. Congrats. Let's see what other submission we have that we can talk about. I'm going to refresh. All right. Ooh, there's a big one here. Someone did a lot of work. Outbound sales. Whoa, outbound sales. Okay, I'm going to pull this up. By Bashir. Bashir? I don't know if I pronounced that right. Or Bashir with a K. Bashir with a K. So Bashir with a K submitted this. Wow, very, 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 very well documented. Congrats. And so there's also an architecture document. There's a lead manager that looks at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Sorry, 5 tools, and has a cache and a lead store. Whoa, that's awesome. That is so cool. Yeah, actually, I can't wait to try this out. So for those who don't really do a lot of sales, I think the idea here is that I can read it. Actually, I'm probably just going to read what Bashir said. Outbound sales is one of the toughest challenges for founders, or pretty much anyone who does outbound sales, right? You need to engage, et cetera, et cetera. And so Bashir believes that you shouldn't require a PhD in technology to be able to do your work effectively. Oh, wow. So built with Python, async IO, of course, the MCP Python SDK 2.1. Damn. MCP Python SDK 2.1. That's awesome. I think there we go, requirement server right here. MCP 2.1. There you go. And then what else did he build? What else did he use? Crawl for AI. Actually, I've never used Crawl for AI. That's pretty cool. Let's check it out. GitHub.com and then search Crawl for AI. Crawl for AI is an open source LLM friendly web crawler and scraper. Is it hosted by them or is it open? I mean, if it's open source, you can host it yourself, which I know a lot of people love. Oh, wow. There's also like a whole reason why they built Crawl for AI. The hardest thing with crawling website is using an IP address that isn't restricted or blocked or anything like that. So anyway, I guess the idea of of this submission of this MCP server that Bashir did is that the use case is helps sales developer folks do research for prospective customers, leads, etc., etc. I like that. I'm giving you a star. Not that I didn't like the other ones, but I'm giving you a star too. There you go. Everybody gets a star today for early submission. Congrats. And then let's see, do we have any? There's no use cases submitted yet. So keep that in mind. And everybody has hacked alone. There is no collab, especially this last project that we just looked at. Seems like there is a lot of different moving parts. There's different scrapers, memory, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. All right, back to the chat. I wish OpenAI would combine the functionality of their custom GPTs with their assistance API. Yeah. I wish, I wish a lot of things OpenAI did. A lot of things don't seem like the real-time API, like being its own thing, makes sense, but it's much harder to implement than a regular API. There's a lot of things moving. I don't know if many people actually use the real-time API. I think only like larger companies because it's not super friendly. Now, GPT Actions is basically where you give OpenAI an OpenAPI schema. Oh, where you give OpenAI an OpenAPI schema for a REST API. Okay, so it's like there's a lot of things happening here. So you have OpenAI, right? The company. You let them know, like through their action interface or whatever you want to call it, about a schema that basically defines a REST service, and it gets exposed automatically as tools. Wow, I love that. I think I should take a note for about this. But what we don't know is, can you actually use that via API? Can you use an OpenAI hosted APIs, open APIs? You know what I mean? Like, can I use the GPT actions via the OpenAI API, which is a mouthful? Next question. Next thing. There are LangChain integrations that let you use it. Okay, let's find out. LangChain GPT actions. Is it this one? Oh, OpenAI has deprecated plugins. Maybe it's not this. What if it's this? OpenGPTs. Not super active. Maybe is this the same? This is an open source effort to create a similar experience to OpenAI's GPTs and Assistance API. It is powered by LangGraph, of course. It's their product. They have to do it. It also builds upon LangChain, LangServer, Lang. Okay, so super marketing, that's cool. The LLM you use, you can choose any LLM, very nice, any prompt, and the tools. You can either use the LangChain tools, well, hopefully you can use other tools too, right? Or easily write your own. Like, what if you want to use MCP servers as a tool? The vector database you use, and I guess that's where the adapter comes in. Is that where the adapter comes in? OpenAI and OpenAPI are way too close in spelling. I agree. So we can call Sam's company and then, I don't know, I'm just kidding. Sam Altman. I don't think so. I don't know what you're referring to. Sorry. So, okay, the retrieval algorithm, yada, yada, yada. Wow, I learned something new about this. I had no idea. All right, let's see. We've gone through like some interesting submissions. I'm opening Discord. I'm opening up Discord, and there's a person on Discord called Jeff, and Jeff has been in Discord for 3 days now. I hope he's okay. I'm gonna go in and ask. Hey Jeff, how are you today? You've been on Discord for a long time on this channel by yourself. If you need any help, let us know in the chat. Oh, Jeff is muted. All right. Let Jeff be Jeff. Jeffing. All right, all right, all right. I'm going to refresh once more, see if anything else came through. So the beauty of the hackathon done this way is like some people might be asleep right now. I guess if you're in Japan, it's probably the middle of the night. I guess if you're in, I don't know, India, it's probably the middle of the night. And so maybe they'll submit tomorrow. Otherwise, everybody gets a prize almost. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. What else we got? Do we have any more questions? I guess I'm gonna, yeah, let's see. Any more questions in the chat? And then I'm going to basically go and do some research on LangChain and their open GPTs, because that looks interesting to me. And I had no idea that stuff existed. And while we do that, modal context protocol, GitHub, oh, not the servers. We want the discussion, right? Let's see if there's any cool discussion here. Cloud desktop app with HTTP with SSE transport. Not supported. No update. People are asking about this. How many servers and tools can it handle? I think it depends, right? Like OpenAI can handle like maybe 200 or so tools, right, with their API. Oh, wow. If I've got millions of tools across thousands of servers, wow. Well, isn't that why we build gateways? That basically it's one to like, I basically that's what, you know, that's what gateways do. Someone wants to build a RAG pipeline embedding VectorDB, yada, yada, yada. Okay, this seems more of a confused user rather than a real question. I mean, the question is valid, but the answer is also the more tools you use, the harder it gets for the LLM to pick the right tool for the job. Like if you have 10 scraping tools, it's going to randomly pick the one that it likes the most. It might not be ideal for you to have repeatable processes, right? And so, no bueno. MCP client to file server. I'm surprised nobody has submitted a client yet. I guess maybe it's tougher, or maybe we'll see them tomorrow. Adapting prompts. This is a good idea. I like this idea here. A directory dot well-known MCP folder. So what is a well-known URI? There's a whole RFC, but basically crawlers can find, they know that in that folder is some information that they can access. It's almost like a robots.txt, right? Well-known location in selected uniform, da 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 da. Okay, super complicated explanation. We don't have to read that. We can ask the AI to explain it. Like this. What is a dot well-known folder? It's metadata or configuration for various web-based protocols, just like MCP is. Yeah, it's a simple way to share with the open web of crawlers or anyone who's interested, really. It doesn't have to be an automated crawler. Some information about your MCP. I like this idea. Let's see if there's more questions in the chat. Not really. Okay, well, it's been 30 minutes. We had a good chat. We'll do another check-in tomorrow in the morning. So it'll be, depending if you're in Europe, it'll probably be early afternoon for you. And if you're in the rest of the world, well, check your time zone. You'll receive an email 1 hour ahead or so. So you'll have plenty of time to log in from wherever in the world you are, if you have time, of course. And we'll explore what else has been coming. Hey, Human, welcome to the chat. Yay, celebrate. All right. From the beautiful skies of Texas, United States of America, I wish you all a great rest of your hackathon. I'm looking forward, and also, me, Mike, Tadas, Rabina, etc., we're looking forward to your submissions. We're going to pick 1, 2, 3 people or teams as winners tomorrow at 3 p.m. Sorry, we'll announce them at 5, but we'll start judging at 3 p.m., which means the last moment to submit your MCP hack will be 3 p.m. PST, right? Or 2:59. And I suggest do not wait until the last minute to submit. Go to mcp.toolhouse.ai and just fill the form. It will ask you a couple of questions, a place where you can post your GitHub repo, maybe a video if you have one, and an explanation of what you're trying to do. 3 p.m. PST, yes. Are there any good SQL plus vector databases? Yes. PostgreSQL. One of the good one, if you want to use a free one, is Supabase with PG Vector. Unless you don't want to do that, and then you can basically host it yourself. So here's a link. This one right here. So vector database as an extension of Postgres. All right. I hope everybody's having a great rest of their day. If you have any questions, discussions, if something went wrong or something went right, come find me virtually on Discord or anybody else who's there. We're all chitty chatty, enjoying, and looking forward to see your submission tomorrow. And hopefully you win. That's it. That's the stream, chat. Have a good rest of your day. Bye bye. I'll see you soon.